Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time to visit my most popular video to date. Top 10, but today it's actually going to be 15 because why not? 15 amazing first cars for high school car guys for less than $3,000. I want to get this immediately out of the way before people start commenting down below. Notice I said car guys. Okay, this is not a list for just your average everyday person. If you're just looking for a car for your daughter or for your son, I don't know what, that was very rude of me just to automatically think that your daughter's not into cars, I apologize. Or for your son that just doesn't like cars, this is probably not the best video for you. These are enthusiast cars, so they're going to be fun and cool and not just reliable, but also reliable enough to get your car guy's son to school and back on time, or obviously if it's you, to get you into school and back on time. If you guys want to support the channel any more than you already are, head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up a hat, shirt, or shorts. Apparently the shop is down right now. I don't know how that happened, so never mind on that, but let's get right into the video. Coming in at the number 15 spot is going to be, of course, the Hyundai Tiburon. I mean, duh. I talk about this car all the time, bro. Like, this is my favorite car in the world. Just kidding. I never talk about this thing, and that's for good reason. This puppy only comes with a 1.6 liter inline-4, making only 138 horsepower going to the front wheels. And now something like that in a Honda, that's no big deal. You just add a turbo and you're good to go. But with a damn Tiburon, the engine don't really like power, my friend. The engine sees power, it's like, hello, get away from me. Get away from me. So, yes, I know that somebody's gonna be like, well, you can make the Tiburon make more power. You can, but it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be easy. Coming in at number 14, though, is going to a Honda. So obviously, it's a whole hell of a lot better, buddy. I just bought a freaking Acura, and now I don't know how to act. Every time I see a Honda, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Honda boys. It is the Honda Accord CB7. To be honest, any Accord of this generation is pretty good, but I picked the CB7 because I want to, and I have free will. God bless America. It comes with a 2.2 liter inline-4, making 150 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive as well, and that may seem not that impressive, but when you start to think about how this car came out in the early 90s and was supposed to be just a commuter car, it kind of tickles your fancy, you can't lie. Like, that's pretty cool, man. Number 13, however, is going to the underrated ass Saab 900. We got a lot of Saab boys on this channel because I made a video all about Saab, so I knew I had to put it here somewhere, or I'd hear the guys being like, hey man, where's the Saabs? Where's the Saab 900? It's a great option. So here it is. It's at the 13th spot. They come with a 2 liter inline-4, making 146 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive, of course. And now the engine isn't the best for making power, but if you just want to look like a living time capsule and have your engine be backwards for some reason, this car is for you. They also have a key, like the ignition is like where the center console would be. So weird. I just wanted to put that. I felt like I needed to say that, but I couldn't like transition into it smoothly, but there it is. Like, it was just such a weird thing though. Number 12 though is going to another very underrated car, but to be honest, they made one massive, and I mean massive, mistake when building this thing, and it is the Chevy Monte Carlo. No, it's not the cool Monte Carlo that everybody wants. It's the Monte Carlo from the 2000s, okay? So don't get your hopes up. And this thing comes with a whopping 5.3 liter V8, making a crazy 303 horsepower going to the front freaking wheels. Why would you do that, Chevy? If this was rear wheel drive, everybody would love these things, but no, it's front wheel drive. The motor is a damn LS4, so you know it can get absolutely wicked in that thing. Also, you get to look like an aspiring gang member from Detroit if you ride in this thing, so that's in another plus. Like, there's everything about the car is cool, and then they're like, yeah, this is an awesome car, it has an LS in it, makes 300 horsepower from factory, looks actually pretty cool. Let's make it front-wheel drive. That's a good idea. Number 11, though, is going to the fanciest car under $3,000, the Mercedes E320 W124. Yes, the W124 is back, baby. It was missing for a while because I completely forgot about it, but hey ho, she's back, bro, and it comes with a decent motor, actually, a 3.2 liter inline-6, making a very nice 220 horsepower going to the rear wheels. Get it right, Chevy. Finally a freaking rear-wheel drive car. I was getting worried, but don't get used to it because there's not a lot on this list. Now, the only reason I didn't put the Mercedes a little bit higher is because Mercedes reliability plus old age is not a very good combination in my opinion, so it might not be the best first car. Finally, we are into the top 10, and the first car is going to be the Chevy Colorado. Ooh, damn, hit you with a curveball, boy. This ain't a car at all. It's a truck. Where did that come from? Yeah, well, this is for you truck guys. It comes with a 3.7 liter inline 5, making 242 horsepower, and it was, of course, 4x4, but it could be rear-wheel drive if you just never pop it into 4-wheel mode, so... drift truck? I don't know. Also, I just want to say, am I the only one who finds the fact that an inline 5 is in a Chevy truck? That's a pretty odd combo. Let me know if I just don't know anything about trucks in the comments, but I think that's pretty weird. Next up at number 9, however, is going to another tiny little car, the Volkswagen Jetta Mark IV. Any trim level is great, but I recommend searching for a TDI because those are reliable as all hell. They come with a 1.9 liter inline 4, making only 100 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, but hear me out, bro. No, this is not a race car, but it does have a diesel engine in it, and so these things will go well over 200,000 miles all day, every day, and they're pretty good on gas too, but when you do have to fill it, have fun, because it's a diesel, and diesel gas prices are like so high. It's like trying to buy a burger in Las Vegas, so. But everything else about the car is amazing. Also, yes, it's not that quick, but it can look very good. Number 8 is going to a very long car from the land of America that makes very weird cars for some reason, but pretty cool trucks. It makes no sense. It is the Chrysler 300 first generation, pal. These things are absolute boats, and they don't got the power to back it up either. It comes with a 3.5 liter V6 making 255 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive though, which is pretty cool. And also, this car was not meant to go fast anyways. They were luxurious and they had plenty of space, so it's perfect for a high schooler who thinks that they are stressed out. It's going to calm you down all the time. The only thing is, it's not that fast, but you don't need a fast car as a high schooler anyway. Next up at the wonderful number 7 spot is going to the sexy ass Audi A4 B7. This is my favorite A4 generation besides maybe the B5, and don't ask me why. I just think they're so simple yet work so well. I love them. They come with a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4, making 200 horsepower exactly, and this is actually the first all-wheel drive car of this list, but it's not any old all-wheel drive system, no siree. It's quattro all-wheel drive, so it is the best in the galaxy. They also have tons of modifications available to them to make them even cooler. They're reliable, they are comfortable, they look pretty good. What more could you ask for? Next up though is admittedly not the best choice for a first car in terms of safety, but at least you'll look like an absolute baller if you get one. It is the Pontiac Fiero GT, my boy. Whenever a car has GT in the name, that means it's fast. My dad has 2 of these cars and he doesn't drive them, so that must mean that they're great. They come with a 2.8 liter V6 making a nice 140 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, which is cool at first until you realize that the engine was behind you, and now it's kind of scary. They suffer the same fate as the MR2, snap oversteer, so if you do decide to get one of these, please be careful, and if you crash, don't tell them that I told you to buy it. Rocketing its way into the number 5 spot is one of the world's most slept on platforms ever, the damn Ford Crown Vic, buddy. The weird part about the Crown Vic is everybody knows that these exist, but nobody buys them still. It's weird, but either ways, the cars comes with a 4.9 liter V8 making a nice 239 horsepower going to the damn rear wheels, and if you get a police interceptor version of this car, which they're still cheap, trust me, they make even more power. If that doesn't sound like a grand old time, you probably like knitting, and I don't even know why you clicked on this video. I will say though, these cars are pretty ugly. I know someone's gonna be like, no, you're just no, they're ugly. They're not that cool looking. There's no justifying it, I'm sorry, but everything else is pretty cool about it. Number 4, however, is going to one of my favorite cars of all time, but I just can't bring myself to put it into the top 3. It is the Subaru Forester 2nd generation. It's just a goddamn jack of all trades, except for if the trade is going fast. They come with a 2.5 liter flat 4, making 165 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive because duh, it's a Subi. And now if you literally want to be able to drive a car in high school that will give you the peace of mind knowing that you can go wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, then this is the option for you. They have plenty of space, they're very reliable if you take care of them, they can look really good but will take lots of work to do it, and are safe as hell for a new driver, and you can drive over Mount Rushmore with it. It's amazing. Third place, the bronze medal for this list, however, is going to a car that is so slept on that at this point, I'm starting to think it's a freaking hotel, and I'm not even an actual car. It's the Acura TL, specifically the 3rd generation, buddy. To be honest, any TL is really good, but the 3rd generation looks the coolest, so that's why I put it here. They come with a 3.2 liter V6, making a nice 258 horsepower going to the front wheels, and they just hit different, man. They look so Immaculate. They are like the perfect car to get started into your Honda journey as well, because it's going to be reliable but still fun as hell to drive, and it's not slow out of the factory. Also, it may look boring stock, but trust me, you mod this thing just the tiniest a bit and you're going to be the coolest kid around. Second place though is going to another pretty slept on option right about now. Why was that so confusing to say? It is the Infiniti G35 Sedan, which is quite literally better than the G35 Coupe and only a tiny bit worse than a 350Z, and nobody talks about them. They come with the same motor, a 3.5 liter V6, making 287 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive or all wheel drive as well. So if you need the all wheel drive in your life, grab that. But if you want to have fun and you're a man, buy the rear wheel drive one, bro. It's the best of both worlds. They are ugly as hell. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. These things are not a looker. But if you want a just strictly fun car with a very good amount of horsepower for less than $3,000 in high school, G35 Sedan is going to be a good option. Honorable mention time for today, and it is going to the Dodge Neon SXT. Hear me out, partner. Yes, they may look like the epitome of getting bullied at high school, but they can be cool. They come with a 2-liter inline-4, making only 132 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive. And in case you were wondering, that's the same engine that's in the PT Cruiser. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, this car is just not it, but they are very reliable, cheap as hell, and they get good gas mileage. So there's that. You can get one. I recommend going with another option though, but I'm just putting it here in case maybe somebody likes it. Maybe somebody thinks they look cool. I'm not going to judge. First place though is going to an absolute banger that I cannot believe is not like $10,000 in today's market yet. It is the BMW 328i E36. Yes, you can still to this day in 2022 buy an E36 under $3,000, but they are going to have tons of miles. I want to make that clear. Still worth it though, because they come with a 2.8 liter inline 6 making 190 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and they look just absolutely amazing. They have decent power but tons of aftermarket support if you want to add more power. Honestly, they're quite reliable if you don't modify them too much. They're comfortable, they're decent on gas, and most importantly, they are fun. They are fun little cars. I do recommend saving a bit more, maybe to like $5,000, so you can buy a better example, because high mileage BMWs are like walking into your sister's room. You never know when it's about to blow up on you. It's terrifying. Also, for the 328i that you're going to be able to find on the 3K, it's most likely either going to be an automatic or it's going to be a convertible, so get ready for that. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video on the 15, technically 16 if you want to count the Neon, high school first cars for under $3,000. I'm pretty sure I used all different cars from the other video that blew up, because I don't want to make a video that's just like literally copying my other video and be like, oh, let me get more views. Like, so I wanted to make it different, you know? So I tried giving you guys all options that I didn't use in my other video, but there might be one or two in there that I might have missed or messed up on, so they might be in there, so don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure these are all 15 different cars from the other video that most likely you all have watched, because it's literally my most viewed video on this list. So I really appreciate it. In the top of the link is going to be a link to my new gaming channel. If you like CarX Drift Racing, go subscribe. I like playing that game. I'm gonna make videos on it. I'm also getting a PC soon from my friend. He's gonna sell it to me for like $200. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. That's a good deal. So I'm gonna get that, and then hopefully I can start doing like Assetto Corsa and different drifting games. I just really like drifting, and I like playing video games about drifting because I can't drift in real life. So I play video games, and I was like, I wonder if my YouTube viewers would want to see this. So I made a new channel for it. But yeah, also, in case you missed it, I got a new car. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but you can go on over to yesterday's video and go ahead and check that out if you want to see. Shameless plug, buddy. Shameless plug. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.